Our story begins on the African plain, with the first human footsteps pressing toward an unknown horizon. From this cradle, humanity spread, learning the contours of coasts, mountains, and deserts. As the ice receded, a revolution began not with a sword, but a seed. In the Fertile Crescent, along the Tigris and Euphrates, mud brick towns rose. Water was tamed, channeled into canals that demanded planners, records, and rules. Clay tablets held the first words. Standardized weights anchored the first markets. Along the Nile, the Indus, and the Yellow River, civilizations took root, built on grain and governed by order. But survival was not enough. Humanity began to ask not only how to live, but why. From this question, great systems of thought emerged. Hinduism mapped the cosmos of duty and devotion. Buddhism offered a path beyond suffering. Confucianism and Taoism shaped the balance between society and nature, while the covenant of a single God and the fire of Greek reason forged new ways of understanding our place in the world. These ideas would travel, carried on the infrastructure of rising empires. Along the Royal Road of Persia, hooves drummed a rhythm of command and control. Rome extended its promise of citizenship and law, while the Han Dynasty bound its vast territory with a network of scholars and officials. For the first time, roads and sea lanes wove distant cultures together, carrying not just silk and spices, but stories and beliefs. In bustling cities, the Maurya and Gupta empires governed with edicts, taxes, and a profound respect for learning. We inherit their world in our mapped borders, our public works, our shared laws. Even our digital networks follow the phantom traces of these ancient routes of exchange, paths that would soon carry new faiths and redraw the map of the world once more. Centuries pass. The world, once vast and fractured, begins to connect. At a sunlit port, the scent of pepper and warm tar fills the air as sails lean toward bolder seas. Islam spreads across continents, a force of shared law and transcendent stories. Mongol riders bind the steppe to the city, reopening the legendary Silk Road. Mariners, mastering the monsoon winds, push past the edges of the known world. But this new global web had a darker side. A great exchange of plants and animals remade diets and landscapes, but it also carried devastating disease. And across the Atlantic, a cruel and unprecedented traffic in human lives tore families apart, building empires on a foundation of suffering. The pace of change accelerates. In smoky mills, gears grind and floors tremble with the birth of a new age. The scientific revolution and the Enlightenment challenged old authorities, seeking to measure nature and define human rights. Capitalism, fueled by the pursuit of profit, connected markets across oceans. Then came steam. Steam power shook the looms, factories crowded the rivers, and life began to follow the rhythm of the clock and the whistle. Nations rallied under new flags, and empires laid tracks of steel across continents, unsettling ancient orders from the village shrine to the palace gate. This unprecedented connection, was it a gift or a reckoning? The last 100 years convulse with global wars and revolutions. An iron curtain splits the world. Empires that once seemed eternal finally unravel, and new nations find their own voices. From picket lines to polling booths, movements for civil rights widen the circle of who is considered human. Then silicon and light connect us all in an instant, while a warming planet issues a stark reminder we share a single fragile home. Our modern debates over gene editing, artificial intelligence, and the very nature of community are not new. They echo the oldest questions of power, belonging, and purpose. We have inherited a world woven together by history, a network of immense promise and profound cost. And ahead, as always, lies the horizon.